Well, I'm honored to have Prime Minister Suga here. Yoshi and I have had some private time together, a little lunch and tea, and it's great to have.
The US-Japan summit, which did not only focus on bilateral issues, but also continued to make groundless accusations against China, which once again exposed that the US still aims to bring in its allies to hedge China's development and hopes to build an alliance system against China. It is because strategic competition seems to become the mainstream of the Biden administration's China policy because of the external and internal circumstances the US is facing. On the one hand, the Biden administration, recognizing the current relative decline of American power in the world, has almost entirely inherited Trump's view of great power competition as the only way to regain American leadership. The Biden administration has adjusted the approaches of competition, no longer squandering root power, but emphasize the values and diplomacy to build consensus of so-called like-minded countries and share the burden of competition with allies and partners, including Japan. On the other hand, diplomacy is an extension of domestic affairs as the US politics has increasingly become an important factor in shaping its foreign policy. The forces supporting Trump still exist, and the China policy is still largely constrained by some China hawks who supports Trump's ways to deal with China. I think there is nothing wrong with the US to engage in competition with China, but it should be a fair and healthy competition so that both sides could make common progress, or co-evolution raised by Dr. Kissinger, rather than a vicious one in which the two countries assault each other for survival. If the US maintains benign competition with other countries in global governance and provides more public goods instead of pursuing selective multilateralism, this sort of competition will be more than welcomed.
中方对日美发展正常双边关系没有意见，但这种关系应有助于增进地区国家相互理解与信任，有利于亚太和平与稳定，不应该针对第三方或损害第三方的利益。